Rhodes. I am a nurse practitioner, and I am proud to say that I am a new member of the Nurses Ministry here at St. Rose of Lima Church. I've been a nurse practitioner for many years in another community in New York and have lived in Newtown for 6 years now, and I'm embracing you now as my new community and friends. So I'm so proud and glad that I'm part of this church so that I can help us all, as you need it, to stay well. So today we're going to talk about the flu season and where you can get your flu shots. With the COVID era, we've run into some problems. It's hard to get to the doctor's offices, and Danbury Hospital will not be giving any flu shots, so we need to find other places to get them. So I looked around and I found a bunch of pharmacies that are giving flu shots, many of them without appointments. Costs are all listed, what age groups they will give. What you could do is you'll see this list that I gave to Sister Mary Ellen, and she will be putting it in the bulletin or wherever so that you'll have that information. I also found out that the Bethel VNA is also running clinics, which I'll be doing some flu shots at some of these clinics to help us all out there. And that's been listed and is on the bethelvna.org site. They've already been giving them all out in September, and they have a whole new listing for October and November. So if you want to check that site, and that list has also been given to Sister Mary Ellen so she can use it to pass it on to you so you can start making plans. So now that we're a little more complicated, we're into the flu season and we know about COVID, it's important to still continue to do the same things we were doing before with COVID, because influenza or flu is transmitted by respiratory droplet just like COVID is. So good hand washing, good social distancing. We are all teleworking now from home or whatever. We're wearing our masks, which should be sealed on the top and the bottom. So make sure that it's a good fit so that you don't get any respiratory droplet transmission through there. Also taking care of cleaning surfaces and those kind of things. And we're pretty good at all that now. And so let's continue to do that, because the flu is the same transmission mechanism. So the CDC, which is the Centers for Disease Control, and the WHO, which is the World Health Organization, recommends the flu vaccine for anyone over the age of 6 months, and with a focus on caregivers and their contacts. Children aged 6 months to 59 months of age and any adult over 50 and equal to 50 years of age should be getting a flu shot. And also people who are at high risk, and let's go over that group of people. Those people are people who are immunocompromised, such as those going through cancer care or treatments, people who have chronic pulmonary, cardiac, kidney, neurologic, blood or metabolic disorders. You're on oxygen, you're getting dialysis, cystic fibrosis, HIV or AIDS, leukemia, diabetes, COPD, congestive heart failure, open heart surgery, Parkinson's, just to name a few. And if you're not sure if you should be getting a flu shot and if you're at risk, then check with your healthcare provider. Women who are or will be pregnant during this flu season should be getting a flu shot. Children and adolescents who are on aspirin therapy or salicylate medications should be getting a flu shot. Residents in nursing homes, the staff, and other long-term facilities. People who are extremely obese with a BMI over 40, which is a body mass index, should be getting a flu shot. It's important to note that if you have a child who's 6 months of age to 8 years old, never had a flu shot before, we'll need a 2-part series flu shot, 1 month apart. So it's important to start thinking about that first shot to get the second one 1 month later. Okay? And the time for getting a flu shot is September, October. Mid-October is great because it takes 2 weeks to titer up, and then it will help last through the season to keep you out of trouble, hopefully. And this year's flu shot will cover 3 to 4 strains that expects to circulate. So hopefully we hit some of those strains that we know will cover us this time around. Continue to not do mass gatherings. We're trying to really keep our distance. We can do a lot of things, but just got to be careful now that we have flu on board as well. And if you have a fever, it's over 100.4 orally, and the CDC recommends that you voluntarily isolate yourself until the fever is gone for 24 hours, or you have 5 to 7 days without any illness symptoms, or after that, the onset of 5 to 7 days. If you check your temperature without Tylenol and you have no temp, like it's below 99, then you are safe and free. One thing I do want to tell you is that the difference between COVID and influenza is that influenza hits you pretty quickly. You get fever, chills, and you feel really terrible pretty quickly. COVID is a little more gradual, just to give you some baseline. So if you think that you might have the flu, get it checked out right away with your health practitioner, and you may need to be on an antiviral. And believe me, it'll help prevent maybe hospitalization, pneumonia, bronchitis, and other complications. So it's good to watch for symptoms and be on board if you think that somebody else has the same symptoms. Okay, so from Nancy, the nurse practitioner, I know this is a lot of information. If you have any questions, feel free to call me. My number is in the bulletin. I will give it to you here. It's 845-641-7277. And if you need to reach out to the bethelvna.org on the website, you could see when the next flu shots are and make arrangements to get your flu shot. So nice to see you all. Take care for now, and God bless from Nancy, the nurse practitioner.